Natural resources are of two kinds: renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those that have the ability to renew themselves, provided they are not extinguished altogether. Examples for renewable resources include sunlight, wind, water, soil, forests, and livestock. Non-renewable resources are those that cannot be renewed or regenerated after they are used up completely. Thus, they have to be used economically and wisely. Examples include coal, fossil fuels, petroleum, and crude oil. Whenever we use paper, we are using up a bit of the Earth's natural resource. That is why the usage of paper is not only to be minimized, but also to be reduced, recycled, and reused to preserve nature. Let us see how a piece of paper affects the natural resources, namely trees, animals, decomposers, soil, and water. Trees. We all know that paper is obtained from the bark of trees. This requires the trees to be cut down. This in turn adversely affects the habitat of birds and overturns the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Animals. The destruction of the habitat of birds also affects the fauna, the insects and animals that live in a region, because of the food chain arrangement of nature. As a result, many animals can perish. Decomposers. Decomposers are bugs, fungi, worms, and bacteria which play the role of nature's original recyclers. They help Earth to revitalize itself by breaking down dead tree barks, animals, and dry leaves into soil, thereby allowing new life to spring up from them. When trees are cut down, these decomposers get overexposed to sunlight with nothing to feed upon, and they gradually die out. Before learning how waste can be managed at home, let us first understand the 3 R's, namely reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce. Waste can be reduced by repairing, reusing, or substituting things with others instead of replacing or discarding them. For example, paper and in turn trees can be saved more by using electronic mails to communicate with other people instead of postal letters. Reuse. It is a method of minimizing waste by using things again instead of throwing them away after a single use. Considerable amount of money is saved by this method. For example, papers can be converted into paper bags of varied sizes that can be used for shopping purpose and carrying some light items. Recycle. Many waste items can actually be recycled once they have reached their limit of reusability. Thus, the same item is reused and recycled into a new one. It will be good to purchase items that are either biodegradable or recycled. For example, once again, paper can be recycled to make completely new second-grade newspapers. Carbon footprint is a measure of the overall impact of a certain activity on climate by a particular person, group, organization, or event. The need of the hour is to reduce carbon footprint as much as possible in order to have a safer environment. Walk or cycle your way to school or nearby stores, market or neighbor's house and reduce air pollution. Use reusable shopping bags when you go shopping for vegetables, milk and groceries to make best use of available products and reduce the use of plastic bags. Use water economically by closing the tap tightly, using the shower instead of bathtub, and not letting the water run for long when not in use, thereby conserving it better. Take a bus or train when traveling long distances. They transport a large number of people and goods at one time and thereby produce minimal air pollution and greatly lessen traffic congestion. Practice carpooling to further reduce air pollution and traffic congestion. This not only saves time for people going to a single destination, but also saves a good amount of money. Burn as less fossil fuels as possible, as they are the greatest contributors of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Turn off the lights when not needed in order to save electricity. This will help to save the production cost, lessen pollution, and preserve natural resources to a greater extent. Regularly check and maintain vehicles and appliances in good working condition so that they consume less energy. Dispose rubbish and trash in a proper manner so that they do not release harmful gases and bad odor into the environment. Having gone through this module so far, you ought to have sufficient environmental awareness. Thus, as an eco-friendly person, always you carry eco-friendly gear to the school. Here are the types of healthy school supplies you could use to promote a green environment. Backpack, school bag, crayons, pens, pencils, notebooks, glue, paints, etc. Crayons. Use crayons made of beeswax instead of those made of petroleum. Notebooks. Use notebooks or papers that are 100% recycled versions. Paints. Use natural water-based paints instead of chemically treated. Pencils. Use basic wooden pencils made of sustainable wood or recycled newsprint instead of glossy coated or scented ones. Pens. Use recycled pens that are refillable. Glue. Use basic glue sticks or those white or clear ones that come in bottles, which are water-based instead of those containing toxic solvents. Pencil boxes. Use pencil boxes made of wood or hemp instead of plastic or vinyl. Backpacks. Use school bags made of natural fiber or organic cotton instead of plastic or PVC bags. Lunchbox. You have already learned about eco-friendly lunchboxes and no-waste lunches in one of the previous topics. Thus, by using these, you are an eco-friendly schoolgoer.